Ye officially drops Donda 2 on streaming services. Yo, this is not a drill. 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 This is real. He actually drops the real Donda 2 on streaming services. Yes, I believe at this moment in time it's available everywhere. I repeat, this is not a drill. He actually did this shit, right? And the world is going crazy. They say it's already #1 on goddamn 32 different countries in this moment. It's already #1 in 32 different countries, right? I haven't even heard it entirely yet. I haven't got to it. I'm finna probably try to do that ASAP. And I'm going to tell you why. But, so, they say right now it's already #1 in 32 countries. He dropped this out of nowhere. I can't believe it. It just literally, he dropped it out of nowhere. And for those of y'all that don't know, he never released this mainstream. It never came out mainstream. It was only released one particular way. I think it was, you had to have this stem player thing, a little device where you could play the music on there and then you could edit the beats yourself, like, or however that shit went. Like, you can engineer it basically with this little device. So that was the only way this was released, right? Nobody knew what a lot of this shit actually sounded like. So I hear a couple songs and I'm like, yo, this is fire as hell. Let me tell you why I need to hear it ASAP and why a lot of us need to hear it ASAP. Because people have been texting Ye like, yo, we're getting this shit taken down. They're threatening him to take it down because he doesn't have the permissions and rights and licenses or whatever and the agreements and all of that shit. Like, this was one of his commercial projects he had. You know what I mean? This wasn't for him to just, this ain't his independent shit. Like Vultures and shit is his independent shit. This right here is something he made while he was still signed in the deal. So he releases it anyway, even though he's not signed anymore. So they're like, hell nah, you can't do that. Everybody's like, yo, he tripping. Like, everybody's like, hell nah, you can't do that shit, dog. You ain't got the license no more for this. You ain't paid for these features for real. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of music. Some of that shit is music that wasn't even completed yet. So he just put out a fucking tape of some stuff. A lot of shit ain't even paid for. They say a lot of the beats he ain't paid for. He didn't clear them. He didn't clear a lot of beats, clear a lot of features. He basically didn't clear nothing on this shit. He just said, you know, I'm finna drop this. So it's been going crazy. He set everything on fire, like I say. He didn't have the clearance to do this shit. He did it anyway. So that's that. I heard some of the music. The music is off the chain from what I heard. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't heard the whole thing yet. I only heard like a couple songs. I'm talking about, you gotta hear the finished version of this shit. He just dropped the finished version, not a leaked version, blah, blah. The songs I heard were ridiculous. It was absolutely crazy. I'm like, yo, this is really on par with what we know from his Donda projects. And he dropped it under the artist name Donda 2, which I thought was pretty cool. That's his mom's name. So he dropped this project under his mom's name. That's pretty incredible. It's, you know, he been going wild lately. For him to do something like that is pretty incredible. So, yeah. And then his mom's name everywhere, #1 again. Look at her. Look at her. But yeah, so, yeah, you better get a hold of this while you can. I'm finna try to do it ASAP myself because, shit, this shit might be taken down probably by the time you even see this video. Hopefully not. Hopefully they figure something out. But, you know, he's been pissing a ton of people off lately, so nobody's looking to do him any favors probably. But